ti, Elsa, más que en nadie o en nada.
Here we are 6 years after the big success with the first one, but there were some questions without answer, right? So was that the reason why you decided to do a sequel?
I think two things happened simultaneously. One, I had been touring around and for artists and students, and I kept hearing the question, why does Elsa have powers? Where did they come from? And I think simultaneously I came back, and you two had been working on the short, and which sort of you began to fall in love with these characters all over again, and realized that you had sort of the same questions, and that's when I think we realized there was more story to tell.
No, disculpa, escalé las montañas del norte, sobreviví a un corazón congelado y te salvé de mi exnovio, así que lo dije, te acompaño.
Eso es normal.
Yes, well, I think what's very important is we always say, in animation, everything is pure imagination. But believable worlds are rooted in our experiences and the world we live in. So there's this great combination of going to these incredible places, Norway, Finland, Iceland, which your imagination runs wild, but you're also learning stuff that you can deeply root it into believable worlds. So for us, the research trip allowed us to deepen our understanding of fairy tale and to actually walk through fairy tale lands, it felt like, and deepen our understanding of mythic stories and walk through Iceland and on a glacier and at the black sand beach and in a volcano and really feel that epic power of nature and those old mythic stories of powerful beings like an Elsa, and those were so critical to shaping our story.
¿Dónde estamos? ¿Cómo entraron al bosque?
La niebla se abrió para nosotros.
¡Imposible! ¿En dónde aprendiste magia?
You point
Ask
at
Jen.
me.
I think Jen had a hard time in Norway.
Yes, you did.
We had very different experiences. Norway, there's we walked with some very wonderful people through the forest, Sami folk who talk about how you ask nature for what you want, and every time I'd ask nature, the answer seemed to be no, because I'd split my pants or I'd fall and bang my head. It was very apparent, and they were having a great time. And then we got to Iceland, and it was so powerful, and it was almost overwhelming, and I was happy as could be. I just was like, wow, I'm very small, this feels great. So we were laughing at the I'm afraid of everything, and yet wasn't in Iceland, but Norway had a thing to some beef with me.
¿Qué haría yo sin ti? Siempre me tendrás contigo.
You can expect 7 amazing new songs. They're songs that we sing all the time now. We know them by heart, and they're just, I think they're deeper, richer, funnier. We looked at this movie as sort of an act 2 of a Broadway musical. So if you look at act 1 as our first film, where the characters you're setting them up, you give them their I Want songs and all that, and now where you're paying those off, but you can go deeper, you can go more emotional, and we still have really funny songs too. So I think it's a really wonderful soundtrack.
La magia es muy atractiva. Sin ti podría perderse en ella.
Well, I think whether it's a first film original or a sequel, it's the story, and I think every day working the story to make it the strongest it could be. Listen to these characters. They surprised us every day with where they would go. They almost told us where they wanted to go. So I think it's that. I mean, we were working on the story all the way through a few months ago because we really wanted to make sure that it was the story that we were meant to tell. And we had a moment of there's that moment we hope for where the film sort of defies your own expectations and becomes more than you imagined. And you don't want to stop till you find that, I think. And so for us, that was equally important. And it's never easier, whether it's a new film or a sequel. It's never easier.
Well, for me, it's in Frozen, I would say it's Anna. just because of her perseverance, because of her, she doesn't have magical powers, but she has that inner spirit, that love, that acceptance of everyone is aspirational.
I don't know, it's hard. I think I relate mostly to Anna, but I, like Anna, look up to my sister, and I'm in awe of Elsa.
I love Anna too, but I am Olaf.
He is Olaf. It's
Sorry
true.
to say. Yes,
He's
I am Olaf.
He's a very Olaf. He's either Olaf or Hans. It all depends on his mood.
No puedes seguirme dentro del juego.
Entonces, no corras al fuego.
Perseverance, yeah, you know, we talk about happily ever after, but does life really work out that way? Life has a way of throwing more obstacles in your path, but it's how you overcome them. So I think a lot of it is perseverance.